Hello everyone, this is Jamie14 back. You can also call me Big Bean because that's my nickname. Just when you thought that I was... Oh, you can see me in there when it gets dark, so... I will push my head to the side so that you can't see me. Just when you thought that I was finished with Mario Kart, well, I'm not. Besides, Mario Kart is really fun. So today, I'm going to be going through my top 32 Mario Kart DS tracks. For real this time. Keep in mind that this is only my opinion. If you have a different opinion from me, then that's perfectly fine. That's not a problem, because I don't want to start any arguments. So, let's begin. And the worst track in the game. The worst track in the game, actually, it's my least favourite track of all time, that track. So, let's get into it. From worst to best. Now, sorry if the camera looks a bit wonky, but it's the best I can do here. So number 32 is the worst track all of Mario Kart, Figure 8 Circuit. And what I need to criticize with this one is it's very, very boring and bland. So it's just an 8. At least if you could name the circuit after someone, like Mario Circuit or Luigi Circuit. But no, they just named it Figure 8, even though it is the shape of an 8. So, just that's all I can really say about this track. Anyways, this is the worst Mario Kart track ever made. It's very, very boring. Now, I'm using Yoshi for this because he's my favourite character. So, again, I apologise for the look of the screen. I really apologise for that, but I can't handle two things at once, hold the phone and race. I can't do both of that at the same time. But this is SNES Choco Island 2, and to me, this is actually a lot worse than the SNES version and the GBA remake. And you're always slipping when you are in the chocolate pool. As you could see, I was slipping. And all these bumps, these are even worse than speed bumps on the real roads. And those piranha plants can be so bloody annoying. I just want to get away from this track. Number 30 is SNES Koopa Beach 2. This is another SNES track, and this one is very, very boring. The cheeps can be annoying. These patches of green can slow you down. It's just too short. And when you're not careful in the bit around the corner, in fact, you can, in the deep parts of the water, in the deep patches of blue, you sink to the underwater, and Licky2 needs to pull you up. But this is worse than the SNES version to me, even though I haven't played Super Mario Kart. See? Don't want to show my face. See? That's what makes this so bad. Now, I am filming this on the 3DS, not the DS, but on the 3DS because DS games work on the DS. Anyways, let's get to number 29. Number 29 is another retro track, GCN Baby Park. Nintendo found a way to disappoint us in this one. All the chaos in a good way is all gone now. And the background looks so bland. Because I really enjoyed the version of this on the actual GameCube. The GameCube version of this was so fun. And so I preferred the GameCube version, and I also preferred the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe remake. But this, the DS remake, is honestly very horrible. And they shortened the laps to 5. But in the two versions of this I prefer, I have 7, which can give you enough time. Anyways, this remake is just atrocious. Number 28 is Desert Hills, and this is a new track for Mario Kart DS. Well, it's not new anymore because it's about over 15 years old, this track now, but this was a new track introduced for Mario Kart DS. This one is badish, mediocre-ish. The pokies can be annoying, the angry sun can be annoying, and you always drive into these patches, the yellowish patches of sand. The music is a bit cringy to me, but it sort of fits in. Overall, this track is very, very boring, and there's not very much to it. This is one of the worst tracks of desert themed. Dry Desert is a much worse one than this. Number 27 is another newly introduced one to the game, and of course right now, as we know, it's not new. And this is another one, just like Desert Hills, that returned in Mario Kart Wii. But we'll talk more about that in the future. But Yoshi Falls is, I find this a bit better than Desert Hills because I grew up with this one a bit in my childhood when I was playing Mario Kart Wii. This was a retro track. I sort of enjoyed it a bit, but now I see why people don't like it, so that's why it's ranked here. I sort of enjoy it a bit. Overall, this track is just mediocre, and it's so short. Number 26 is a retro track again, Game Boy Advance Peach Circuit. This track is just really bland and boring, like other people say some of these DS retro tracks are. But personally, I don't think this one is all that bad. But what I cannot criticise with this is that castle in the background. As you can see, the bottom entrance of the castle, which I suppose is Peach's castle. So overall, this track is mediocre. Time for another Game Boy Advance circuit track with the same theme, Luigi Circuit. This is better than Peach Circuit because it has some sort of much more better graphical features in it, such as there's a missile with Luigi on it up there. You see? You saw it just right there. But the annoying thing is the puddles. It's because it's raining, there's the puddles. But the missile is pretty much the main thing I can say about this track. But this is the first one I believe has a sense of rainity to it. That's pretty much what I can say. And the map is shaped a bit like a dog. Number 24 is SNES Mario Circuit 1. This is the track, of course, that started it all. It's very, very boring, this track. And this is one of the shortest tracks ever made and guaranteed to me. The music sort of fits in, but it's not too catchy to me. After all, this is a mediocre track. Number 23 is SNES Donut Plains 1. This is the one, of course, in Mario Kart, the start of history, that came after Mario Circuit 1. I'm sorry if you can't see the screen properly, but I'm having a hard time keeping up with what is going on. Mainly because there's two things I have here to deal with, the 3DS and the phone. The phone for filming, the 3DS for shotting. I hope you can see it better like this. Oh, I can't really even see any donuts in this track, even though it's a plains. But the main thing I can say about it is this bridge that I'm passing through. The music kind of fits in, especially in the beginning. And that dirt bit that we just passed by can be annoying when you fall in, when you get to it, and even to this bit, it can slow you down. Overall, this track is just, well, mediocre. Number 22 is GCN GameCube Nintendo Luigi Circuit. This track, the music is a bit catchy, and the music is quite memorable, especially in Mario Circuit of this from the Wii. But both sides of the track are connected, and it's the same both sides, and you have to do this 6 times. So this track is this track is alright to me. Yeah, it's alright. Number 21 is Cheap Cheap Beach. This track is alright, I think, because it has a sense of beach feel to it, which makes it look like on a vacation somewhere in Majorca. But the thing is, the water slows you down, and the cheap cheeps can be annoying, even when you bump into those palm trees. I can easily see there are no crabs on here, which is great, because crabs can be quite annoying. So all I can say is that this track is okay. Number 20 is Game Boy Advance Bowser Castle 2. This track is just like how it was on the Game Boy, although I haven't played Game Boy Mario Kart Super Circuit. In fact, I don't have a Game Boy. So this track, see, I fell into the lava. Oh, can't show my face because people would laugh at me if they see my face in this, which no one wants. Anyway, let's cut to this. Anyway, the ramps that put you above the lava are sometimes quite long that you'll end up falling in the lava when you come off the ramp, when you jump off the ramps, I mean. The music, Nintendo actually ruined this music from the Game Boy. The only decent version of this would be the Game Boy Advance Bowser Castle 3 for Mario Kart Wii, which I grew up with. Although this track is okay. Number 18 is N64 Frappy Snowland. This one is quite underrated to me. I see why people don't like this track, and I can understand why. The snowmen can get in your way sometimes. As of course, they do get in your way at the scene that's coming right up. But I can easily avoid them. Bye, snowmen. So, I see why people don't like this one, but I can understand why. Of course, I haven't played Mario Kart 64 since I don't have a Nintendo 64, but this looks like it's a bit kind of fun, to be honest. Overall, this remake is actually good. Number 18, and I'm sorry I said number 18 for Frappy Snowland, that was number 19, but number 18 is another N64 track, N64 Moomoo Farm. The only thing wrong with this track are the moles that jump out of the ground. And what I can say that's good of it is it's really bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. And the bridge above you. To me, this track is actually quite good. So it's pretty underrated along with Flappy Snowland. So some of these N64 tracks are quite underrated. In my opinion, at least. Number 17 is newly introduced to the game Wario Circuit. This is certainly a lot better than Figure 8 Circuit in my opinion. The Goombas can be annoying a bit, but sorry about that. And there's also a shortcut right there when you use a mushroom. When you use a mushroom to get through there. But I'm not too sure why they put this in the Star Cup, along with Airship Fortress and Ticktock Clock, which those two I absolutely love. Why couldn't they have put this in the Flower Cup and put Delfino Square into this cup? I'll never understand that. Overall, this track is good. And it deserves the number 17 spot on the list. Oh, sorry. Number 16, we're halfway through. Number 16 is Shroom Ridge, the finale of the Flower Cup. I feel a bit like they shortened Mushroom Bridge from Mario Kart Double Dash to Shroom Ridge, which is, of course, what you're looking at right now. This track is good, but the problem is those cars can be so annoying at times. But it feels like on a family trip through a hill of a cliff top, which you're not allowed to go through, but you're not allowed to fall off the cliff. The cars and lorries can be annoying at times, but I'm really happy with this one. Overall, this track is pretty great. Number 15 is another newly introduced one to the game, Luigis Mansion. Oh boy, isn't this track quite creepy? So you go into a room, which of course we know is the Luigi's Mansion, and the chandeliers they are called. The trees are quite creepy to me. And you see those ghosts. Oh, creepy stuff. And the trees can be a bit annoying at times because sometimes you bump into them. And whatever this is that Yoshi is driving on, I'm not sure what that is, but it can slow you down at times. Just like the chocolate and Choco Island too. Oh my god. But it's quite slippery, that stuff. Overall, this is a great track. Number 14 is Wario Stadium. This shares the same music with Waluigi Pinball, which we'll see in the top 10. This track is quite great to me. The only problem is this mud that I'm driving on, and the fireballs can be annoying as well when you get bent by them. But this is a favourite of mine. Try not to get burnt or slip in whatever that is. And the bumps can make it very fun. This is something just like the Wario Stadium from Mario Kart 64, which is the only one from Mario Kart 64 that hasn't been remade. Overall, this one is great. Number 13 is GameCube Nintendo Mushroom Bridge. So this is higher on Mario Kart DS than other Mario Kart fans would rank it in Mario Kart DS, because it's actually quite a fun track. Sad that you can't drive over the railings of the bridge or take the shortcut because those are closed. But this is quite a fun track still. The realism will not go away. There's the pipe that takes you here. But you can still take the shortcut right here. The shortcut right here. You can still take it. Overall, GameCube Mushroom Bridge is a great track, and I'd love to see it come back in Mario Kart 9, if it's going to come or not. Number 12 is Rainbow Road for the Special Cup. Now, I know that some people would be rioting that I ranked this here, but it's not that this track is bad as such, just because, well, this is one of my least favourite Rainbow Roads in the series, but just because one of my least favourites, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just that it looks a little bit dull to me. It just looks a bit dull, and I keep falling off the edges. But that doesn't mean it's bad. You can rank it whatever rate you like. It's opinion based. But what I do like is the loop and the spiral. That's what I like the best about this Rainbow Road. Overall, it's a great Rainbow Road. Now let's go to track number 11. Missed out on the top 10. Number 11 is DK Pass. The music is very Christmassy and it fits in pretty well. This one is quite a nice track, to be honest. This track is amazing, to be honest. I understand that some people don't like this track. I can see that some people don't like this track, and I can understand why. But I think it's quite easy. The snow boulders are what can be annoying. But I can avoid them easily. And I can understand that the snowmen that we're coming to can be a bit annoying as well. I can understand those snowmen can be a bit annoying. And I can understand that's why people don't like this track. But it's quite underrated, to be honest. Overall, DK Pass is quite underrated. And it's quite an amazing track. Number 10. Number 10 is Peach Gardens. Since when did Peach get her own garden? I like this track because I grew up with it in Mario Kart Wii. And I actually personally find it quite nice, to be honest. Only the chain chomps can be annoying. And the garden pads right here can slow you down a bit. And I can understand that's why people don't like this very much. But this one's also underrated. And this fits very well to what it looks like in Super Mario 64. The garden outside the castle, just like in this. Overall, this track is pretty underrated. And I'm glad that it returned in Mario Kart Wii. Number 9. Number 9 is Delfino Square. This track, it looks a lot like Delfino Plaza from Super Mario Sunshine. This track looks very good because it looks like a harbour with all the buildings. And you can take 2 different paths. And what's also good about this is the shortcut. See, that shortcut that I took just right there. And the bridge. It's only just the crates that can slow you down, that's all. But I'm very pleased with this track and I'm happy that it returned in Mario Kart Wii. And I'm happy that it's here because I grew up with this in my childhood as it was a retro track in Mario Kart Wii. Number 8. Number 8, you're actually quite surprised to see this up here, are you? Number 8 is GameCube Nintendo Yoshi Circuit. This is actually one of my favourite circuit tracks in the series, in the franchise. Yoshi Circuit. It's basically an outline of Yoshi, and it's all usually because Yoshi's my favourite character in the series. Yoshi! So, this returned also in Mario Kart 8 and in Mario Kart Tour. And I'm pleased that this has so many returns, which makes it quite popular along with Baby Park. So of course, this remake is underrated in my opinion. And the music is shared with Luigis Circuit. Overall, it's a pretty amazing remake. Even though there are some minor changes. but I'll get to that in another video. Number 7. Number 7 is a retro track N64 Choco Mountain. I like chocolate. Don't eat too much or you'll get sick. So this track is made almost entirely out of chocolate, just like in Super Circuit there's a track made entirely out of cheese. So this track is quite fun, to be honest. And the music is very catchy and it seems like you're on an adventure. The only thing I can criticise this track with is those boulders that can always push you into the water, and you have to get Lakitu, to get you back onto the track. And the bumpy ramps make it fun. So this is an amazing remake and I'm pleased that it returned. Number 6. Number 6, you're quite surprised to see that it's all the way up here. We have Bowser's Castle. This Bowser's Castle may be just like many of the others. But the N64 Bowser's Castle seems like my favourite Bowser's Castle in the series. Oh, and watch out for the thwomps and those fire things, those flame throwers. And quite surprisingly, if you fall off of that pipe, you don't die. You just end up in a garden. And you use the other way to get there. Sorry I keep crashing, but I have to deal with 2 things. One for filming and the other for playing to showcase. Overall, this track is quite underrated to me, I must say. Number 5. Number 5 is N64 Banshee Boardwalk. This track is spooky, and I love it. Beware of the cheeps, and remember that you must stick to what you can drive on because you might fall into the water. Another thing, we can see the water now. In N64 we couldn't really see the water very well, but in this we actually can. So I'm quite happy with how this turned out. And there's a creepy sign that says welcome. Stay tuned that the bats can be a bit annoying at times, and I can understand that would be a criticism of it. And the spooky is so... the music is so spooky, and I love it. You can see the ghosts. But Bowser's Castle of the N64 is quite more spooky than this. Number 4. Number 4 is Ticktock Clock. Some of you will be surprised, but this is at number 4. There are some tracks better than this. I actually wanted this to be number 3, but there were 3 others that are actually quite better than this. Some people might rank this a bit lower, but I'm really happy with this track. Watch out for the pendelier. This